What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Dror coming at you with another recorded game, the second in the brand new series that we are bringing to the ESOC channel. If you didn't see the first episode, this is basically a series in which I get recorded games from a bunch of different players. I cast them, I give my feedback, give advice where I can, and just bring more content to the ESOC YouTube channel and give a chance for players who maybe don't get to see their games casted in official tournaments. Give them the chance to show off their skills to the rest of the community. So let's get this one started. This was sent in to me by Pikilic, and this is, here he is, in the green, playing as the Iroquois. And the south of the map, his opponent, playing as the Portuguese in the blue is it Jesus or Jesus? He'll have to tell me how to, I'm gonna say Jesus. I just like the way that sounds. Interesting, we did start in no-man mode, so both players placing down their town centers. Pretty good locations for both players. Got to buy a few coin mines, a couple hunts. The Iroquois player did pick up the 50 wood. Very nice job by him. And it looks like Jesus is going to be going... Yes, he's going to be going for this 85 wood treasure. Very nice. Is going to take a lot of damage from that tiger, though, which may affect his ability to take treasures later on, but we shall see. So, pretty standard. It looks like a 100 wood start for both players, so we probably won't see any trading posts or any other things like that from either player. Looks like a farm is going down here. Very interesting. Probably just to get that extra 80 XP. Very nice by him. You gotta use your Travois or something. Travois? You know what? I'll just leave that. But yeah, both players scouting in the north of the map. The Portuguese player did pick up the 85 wood, and the Iroquois player did pick up the 50 wood and a small 30 coin treasure. Excuse me. But this is going to be an interesting matchup. So we have Iroquois, which is undoubtedly a very good civ. Maybe a little less dominant than they were on the RE patch. Definitely so. But still a strong civ. Still a very aggressive civ. And we have Portuguese, who can... who have definitely resurfaced as, you know, a contender. They're not nearly as bad as they were on RE. Can play defensive. They can play offensive. They can use their town centers to... you know, garrison more villagers and bring out those extra Minutemen. So very hard to push on a Portuguese player if you don't do it quite right. And the Iroquois player is gonna convert this Mongol rider. Very nice by him. He's got to pick up that 55 coin before the Portuguese player sees it. But the Portuguese player is on very low HP, and if the Mongol rider sees that, or the Iroquois scout, and if the Portuguese loses this player, not only does he lose a bunch of scouting, but he also loses any potential trade posts or anything like that he wants to send. Economic Theory coming as the first card. Interesting. So going for more of an economic play, not sending the advanced trading post, which is one of the standard things to do as the Portuguese. Very strong, especially, you know, well, maybe not on this map because you only do have 2 trading posts on your side of the map and the others are very close to your opponent's base. Making them pretty hard to defend. Looks like he's going to put down his first trading post here. Very nice job by him. Economic Theory coming in. 3 villagers coming in for Pikilic. Yeah, so pretty standard age 1. I would say that the Iroquois player has definitely had the superior age 1. Just because he's gathered some nice treasures. He did convert this Mongol rider. But we do need to remember that the Portuguese player did get that wood treasure. Very substantial. And we're going to see what he does with it. Picking up a few more yaks here. Very important. Very nice for the food income. And let's see. Are either of them aging yet? No. The Portuguese player... Oh! What's he attacking here? Oh, he's going to get the 65 coin. Very nice for him. Very nice indeed. So, neither player is looking like they're going to the second age quite yet. Ooh. The Iroquois player should really try to pick up this 90 wood here. That'd be very nice for him. Whether he decides to put that into a market or maybe for more units, since Iroquois units do cost a lot of wood. Does convert that line, and he is going to go for this here, and very nice job by him. He's developed, you know, quite the army here with the Mongol rider and the lion sitting here in his base, as well as the lion he converted. You know, maybe could have brought that other lion from his base to either scout or help in this fight, but that's not too big of a deal. Still got the treasure. And he's sending High Chief. Huh. I mean, it makes your War Chief deadlier in combat and lets him train pet wolves. I'm interested. I'm excited to see if that comes into play. But we shall see. Ooh, wow. Jesus is halfway aged. And Pikilic just putting in his age up queue now. Wow. The Portuguese player is going to be miles ahead of the Iroquois player as far as aging. Unless, did Pikilic go with a fast age up? No, it doesn't seem like it. No, it decided to go with the wise woman. Interesting. Okay, is going to get Great Feast. Very nice. I'm really interested because the ball's kind of in the Portuguese player's court, right? You know, he's gonna probably be the reacting civ, as Iroquois is. You know, Iroquois can do a couple of different strategies, but they're most well known and they're most effective when they're aggressive. They're taking map control, especially against a Portuguese player who goes through a lot of hunts. And the second town center wagon, let's see where he puts that. And looks like he did ship the 500 food. Very nice. He's just going to put that right next to his other town center. So, predicting that the Iroquois player is going to play aggressive. No forward vills coming out from the Iroquois player, though. A trading post is going up. So, you know, I don't know. You know, there's nothing that shouts aggression to me from the Iroquois player just yet. But, of course, that could change. And no military buildings yet for either player. Iroquois player almost aged. Did get the trading post up, so even economic potential there as far as the trading post line. Ooh, need to get those vills to work. They're kind of idle. Okay. Come on, vills. Come on. You can do it. Oh, they're... Okay, so the women are going. Come on, guys. Oh, well, we'll check on them later. But yeah. It looks like the Iroquois player did ship the... Did he ship? What did he ship? Huh. Oh, he just shipped resources. Okay. Very nice by him. The Portuguese player does have a shipment in queue. Let's see what he chooses to send. Ooh, did ship the 700. Did he ship 700 coin? Yes, he did. And then the 700 wood. So it looks like a fast fortress coming out from the Portuguese player. That doesn't surprise me too much. But still no military building. Oh, yep, the warhead is coming down. Oh, my gosh, I'm missing everything. Warhead is coming down in the middle of the map. 5 Tomahawks coming towards the Portuguese player. But, to be honest, I mean, he did ship Town Destroyer. Makes the War Chief more effective against buildings. But, to be honest here, you know, the Portuguese player has already begun the age up, and there's not nearly enough pressure here to scare the Portuguese player at the moment, especially since he has 2 town centers that he can use. And the 700 wood is coming in for the Portuguese player. And I wonder what the Iroquois player is doing here. Does have his market down. That's good. Is he making more units? Yes, he's making 5 Aena. I don't know. I mean, the Iroquois player has just started to now make units. Oh, he is going to get this cavalry treasure. Increases your cavalry speed by 5%. That's a good treasure. But I'm still worried because, I mean, the Portuguese player has basically gotten away with this age up. He's experienced no pressure. He's almost halfway aged. And sure, the 5 Aena are here and the 5 Tomahawks, but I still don't think that's enough pressure to get in past these 2 town centers. Especially since, you know, the Portuguese player Jesus has done such a good job of, you know, keeping his villagers within safe distance of his town centers. Looks like he's going to siege this trading post, which is good. More Aena coming out, so there's about 10 Aena out here. More Aena. And conservative tactics. That is Tomahawk, Aena, and Matlet have more attack and hit points. So, lots of upgrade cards coming in from the Iroquois player. But at the same time, you know, he's gotten away with this age up for free. He has experienced no pressure, is going to be in the Fortress Age with a shipment, does have the stable down, and I think he sees those Tomahawks. Unfortunately, he isn't going to see these Aena, but still I think the Portuguese player is in a good position. Although this pressure is coming in from the Iroquois player now, and this is a substantial army with all of these Aena. More Aena in queue. Does Jesus have anything in queue? No, just villagers still. The town center wagon coming down. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to take any damage on that. The 6 Cazadors have come out. They're going to try to cut down maybe some of these Tomahawks. But they're kind of squeezed in. They're going to get... Okay, he needs to get his AN on the Cazadors. He's taking a lot of unnecessary damage from these Cazadors, more going down, and these Aena do not have high siege damage. I don't know why they're attacking the town center. Lots of town center damage coming, and this Mongol Rider's soaking up so many hit points, though. But, what is he going to send? Is he going to send 8 Cazadors? I'm curious. He has not sent his shipment yet. He really needs to get something on the board. What about Pikilic? Sending 4 Kanye, which will do well against these Cazadors, but I'm guessing that Dragoons are going to come out of Jesus pretty soon. It's just he doesn't have the food. And while he is in the 3rd age now, you know, this pressure is definitely scary. And now that I say that, with all of these Tomahawks mixed in, plus the War Chief, which has the higher siege damage, this town center is probably going to go down. And this town center coming out here, way away from the base. He still hasn't shipped. He still hasn't sent that shipment yet. He really needs to send that shipment. Ship 8 Cazadors, 5 Dragoons, 2 Organ Guns. Ship something to help out this fight here. And here come the 4 Kanye down the map, and that's going to spell the end for these Cazadors if they don't get killed by these Aena first. And wow, I mean, I thought that the Portuguese player was going to get away with this, but he still hasn't shipped this. Dude, you got to send that shipment. You got to get something on the board. I mean, I know you're surrounded, but, you know, at least buy yourself some time. He's got no... Oh, here they come. That's why he was saving it. Oh, I look like an idiot right now. Look at this. The 4 Mamluks are going to come, and there's only 4 Kanye, and then it's just mostly Aena. Oh, but are they going to come before he loses this town center? Because there's, I mean, his entire economy is in here. 16 villagers. Speaking of that, let's look at the villager graph. Oh yeah, Pikilic is at 25 villagers now. Jesus only at 16. And out come the villagers. Oh, I don't know if this is going to make it in time. The Mamluks, of course, since they're mercenaries, they take twice as long to age as a normal shipment. But if he can get those out, he can get those on these Aena, he could clean up this army possibly. Wow, this is very interesting. Is he gonna save it? This town center, what HP is it at? Oh, it's at 200 HP. I don't think he's gonna save it. Oh no, he's not gonna get it. And oh my gosh, look at all these vills, and that's GG right there. Even if the Mamluks, here come the Mamluks, but he's lost so many vills. He's down to, how many vills is he down to? He's down to 11 vills. And he only has 1 town center. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, the pain. He's not even bothering with the Mamluks. He's just going straight after the villagers. Look at these 2 wolves. Buck and... What's the name of the other one? Buck and Buck. Huh. Not very creative with the naming, but okay. The Mamluks, and out come the 2 organ guns, but still, he only has 7 villagers. And he's got no food. He's only, you know, he has no villagers on coin. And even though these Mamluks are out, they're not going to be able to deal with an Iroquois player who now has, you know, 26 vills. And wow. You know, these Mamluks, and a lot of them are, you know, kind of, this one's below half health, this one's at about half health. And I like the way he's kind of spread out these Aena. You know, they're still going to die. But the time that these Mamluks have to do just walking around to each little batch of Aena is saving them a lot of time and giving them a lot of extra damage on the Mamluks. The 2 organ guns are going to come out, but, you know, the Portuguese player is only at an 8 villager economy right now, which is basically, you know, nothing. And these 3 Mamluks that are left and the 2 organ guns, I mean, they're effective, and 5 Dragoons coming as well, but how do you rebound after losing literally half your economy? He is in the 3rd age, though. He does have, you know, some shipments left. He has the 8 Cazador, the 7 Cazador. But still a very tough position. And I think the Iroquois player is just going to keep training Tomahawks, going to keep throwing it at this army. And eventually, you know, the 3rd age shipments are going to run out. And you know, the Portuguese player is going to have, you know, a very stagnant economy. And I think it all just came down to the fact that he wasn't able to get any shipments out when that first push came into his town, other than those 6 Castadors, and they weren't able to hold off those Iena for long. Lost 2 of those town centers, which is, you know, basically Portuguese's bonus. But now that I say that, the War Hut is going down for the Iroquois player, but, you know, that it seems like a small victory when you lose half your economy. You know, he is up to 10 vills now. But still, you know, not much. But now that I say that, you know, the Iroquois player doesn't have a lot for an army here. He's shipping 5 vills. He has the 5 Kanye and the 5 Tomahawk, but he has no other military. He does have this corral. But against this many dragoons, these Kanye aren't really going to be worth that much. Oh, I like what he's doing here. He is trying to bring these Kanye around to flank, maybe to get at these organ guns. But, or maybe do a raid on these vills here. And it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to raid these vills, and there's just, and he loses even more vills, and he's back down to 10 villagers, which is, you know, when you only have 10 villagers, losing 1 is, oh my gosh, it hurts so much. But, he really, now that I say that, the Iroquois player still has no way to deal with these organ guns or these Mamelukes. Or these dragoons, for that matter. They're going to charge right in and try to get at the organ gun. Maybe kill 1. They are going to get 1 organ gun, but he is going to lose that batch. Ooh, he shouldn't be. He's going to get the other one. Okay, so... Okay, let's look at this trade here. He is going to lose... He is going to do so much damage on the dragoons. I don't know. So... Okay. I don't know. Let's... I'm just going to pause this. I don't usually pause, but I do want to examine that trade for a minute. So he lost 10 Kanye, which is 1,000 wood, and I can't remember how much food Kanye cost. Is it 75? I think it might be 75. And he took out the 2 organ guns, which is good. It gets rid of your opponent's siege potential, but at the same time, you just lost 1,000 wood. And I don't know. We'll get back to the game here, but I don't know if that was the best trade. 8 Castadors are coming in for the Portuguese player. So, I mean, he's doing his best. He's trying to lift himself up off of these Fortress Age shipments, but, you know, he's sent the scary ones, you know. The 5 Dragoons, the 8 Castadors are coming. He's lost the 2 organ guns. He's sent the Mamelukes. And, you know, pretty soon, there's not going to be anything left. And, I mean... If we look at the ecos, it's still 13 vills to 38. So, you know, let's not kid ourselves as to who has the economic advantage. Is going to lose 3 more Kanye there. Really probably should have tried to get them on the Dragoons instead of the Mamelukes, because those Mamelukes just soak up so much damage. But is sending more Kanye with infantry hit points. Yeah, I mean, I think... I don't know what the Iroquois player can do off the back of this. He doesn't have a lot of resources right now. Even though he has a 39 vil eco. Yeah, he needs to get more vils on resources. But this army, this Cav army is still running around. He still has the 8 Castador shipment out. And, you know, the Iroquois player only has 2 Iena. Oh, big raid coming down here. That is going to help in the north of the map. Going to lose 1 vil. Yeah, for sure 2. Maybe 3. Yeah, for sure 3. Oh. Eesh. And he has no army. Where's his army? Oh. Ooh, no. He's got villagers on the farms. Oh, you never want to be on farms 16 minutes into the game. I know, I mean, you're getting raided, but at the same time, wow. I don't know. I mean, can the Portuguese player pull this out? It's just, I mean, he's at 15 vils, which is still really bad. But the Iroquois player, you know, isn't really making a lot of use out of this huge villager, you know, advantage. He's only got 3 Kanye, a couple of Iena, but, you know, that's not going to do anything against 8 Castadors, 2 Mamelukes, and 4 Dragoons. Especially now that these 3 more Dragoons are on the map, getting a couple villager kills here. Yeah, Wow. I mean, if Jesus recovers from this, oh, loses 2 villagers there. He's got to get those villagers penned up. Gonna lose, and oh, I mean, let's be honest here. Jesus is doing exactly what he needs to do. He's trading off villagers. He's using his Fortress Aid shipments. And, you know, he's doing a very good job of it. He's getting good trades, especially with these Mamluks taking so much damage. I mean, wow, this is really hard to tell. I mean, the Iroquois player, he should have a bigger army by now, but he has 10 villagers on this farm, which is so slow in gathering food. Okay, so the Portuguese player is shipping 1,000 wood, maybe to put down another town center to try to catch up in the Ville count. Not a bad idea. And in come the raids once again. They're going to be thwarted off this time. But the Portuguese army still is kind of scary, especially since the Iroquois player doesn't really have much. I mean, he's got, what, 10 Ayana, a couple Kanye? You know, those aren't even going to hold up against the Mamelukes. I mean, let alone all these Dragoons and Cassadors. Yeah, I don't know. This is not... Oh my gosh, these 2 Mamelukes still alive and still doing so much damage to the Ayana, and this army's just going to get cleaned up by the Iroquois player. And he doesn't have resources. He has barely any wood. Okay, he had 1 Kanye come out, but what's that going to do? I mean, against these Mamelukes, it's going to do nothing. And gotta lose more Kanye. You know, a couple of Tomahawks coming out down, but the Cassadors are gonna clean them up. Yeah, look, 1 down. Maybe he can get one of the Mamelukes. Did get one of the Mamelukes, but I mean, there's still this big army for the Portuguese player here. And the Portuguese player is up to 19 vills, did ship the 1,000 wood, so, you know, maybe he recovers from this. But yeah, I'm puzzled as to why the Iroquois player does not have a bigger army. You know, with such a vill advantage. He's going to lose his war chief here. There's not really much he can do about it. What's his vill like? You know, still at 34 vills. Did ship the 6 Tomahawks, but again, with these Cassadors still roaming around, they're not going to do anything. Getting down his market. The Portuguese player is still doing a decent job, trying to build up, you know, that villager count, recover. But, oh man, I don't know. The Iroquois player, I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled why he doesn't have... Oh, here's the reason. He's got 19 villagers walking around in the middle of the map. Okay. And more going to get picked off. And there's the game. Okay, well, I mean, okay, first off, let me give a little disclaimer. I am by no means a good player. I mean, I'm a 2nd lieutenant. On my best days, I play the level of a 1st lieutenant. But I have watched AoE3 for a long time, and, you know, maybe I can give a little bit of advice to both players here. The Iroquois player did a really good job in the Portuguese player's town. You know, he took out 2 town centers. He killed half of, you know, he killed half of the Portuguese player's army. Or, I mean, not army, but villagers. I mean, Jesus was on 8 villagers at one point, and I think that was like, you know, 10 minutes into the game. But then the Mamluks popped out, and, you know, as one known as interjection says, you know, keep calm and send Mamluks. But, wow. Oh, well, you know what? I'm just going to... My only comment for this game is really nice job by Jesus coming back. I mean, that was quite the comeback. If you're down to 8 villagers and you still come back, you know, even if your opponent does make some mistakes, you know, maybe having all these villagers on farms, not, you know, getting up a big enough mass, losing a lot of his Kanye early on. Even with those mistakes, it is still, you know, amazingly impressive that he could recover from that. So, you know what? Good game by both players. It was certainly entertaining and definitely unpredictable. But yeah, guys, if you would like to send in a recording and you'd like to have me cast it, feel free. Just send it to me on eso-community.net, and I will look at it, I will cast it, and we will get it up on the ESOC channel as soon as possible. If you liked this, let me know if there's something I missed in this game that you other high-level players did notice. Please let me know in the comments. Anything that I can change, improve, make better, please let me know. But for now, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed this second recording. Have a good day, and bye-bye.